Winter in the Smoky Mountains can be dangerous for anyone adventuring outside, but it is also one of the most beautiful times to experience the scenery. A recent East Tennessee snowstorm got me thinking, what is a winter in the Smoky Mountains like? With the help of some pertinent data, I've come up with 6 facts about the Smoky Mountains during winter. First up, let's talk about the average snowfall in the Smokies. Newfound Gap, a locale in the national park, receives over 5 feet of snow annually. However, the city of Gatlinburg, located on the park's outskirts, doesn't even receive a foot of snow annually. Why is this? Well, Newfound Gap sits at an elevation of over 5,000 feet. Gatlinburg's elevation is only 1,289 feet above sea level. This creates an interesting contrast between these locations' winter snowfall totals. While Newfound Gap could be covered in snow, Gatlinburg at the same time might not even have seen a snowflake. The elevation change is that drastic. Second on my list is record snowfall. What do you think the largest snowfall recorded in the Smoky Mountains is? If you answered 5 feet of snow, you would be correct. Bonus points if you're old enough to remember the blizzard of 1993. The echoes of those words live in the minds of all East Tennesseans still today, and honestly, a large portion of the country, as the blizzard of 93 was something that affected most of us. On March 12, 1993, a blizzard raged, dumping snow from New York to Florida, breaking every snowfall record it could, especially in the Smoky Mountains. The Great Smoky Mountains were in the middle of this great storm and received a severe weather beating those 2 days. Newfound Gap and Mount LeConte totaled over 5 feet of snow in 2 days, with snowdrifts over 10 feet being spotted in the park. Now that we know the largest snowfall in the Smokies, let's talk about the coldest recorded temperature. The coldest recorded temperature in the Smokies was on January 13, 1986. It reached 32 below zero on the summit of Mount LeConte. While this temperature is devastatingly cold, I don't think we as humans understand the gravity of this temperature. According to scientists who work in Antarctica, skin begins to rapidly freeze at temperatures around 40 below. So, in some cases, you could be experiencing cold similar to Antarctica here in the Smoky Mountains. Next up is number 4, how the wind acts in the Smokies. So now that we've talked about the largest snowfall and the coldest temperatures, let's look at the wind in the Smokies. First off, what do you think the record for the strongest wind speed in the park is? Well, while we can't confirm this, we think that during the infamous 2011 tornado disaster that affected most of the South, an F4 tornado touched down in the park. Wind speed inside an F4 tornado can reach up to 260 miles per hour. If you can imagine 260 miles per hour with wind gusts inside the park, what a disaster. And it truly was. Number 5 on my list. Did you know that if you wanted to, you could cross-country ski on Clingman's Dome Road? From December 1st to March 31st of every year, Newfound Gap Road is closed for winter weather. This 7-mile stretch of road usually sees extremely heavy snowfall in the winter, and because of this, hikers have begun cross-country skiing on the 7-mile road. However, if you're trying to reach Clingman's Dome in the winter, I would recommend you don't, unless you want to spend hours hiking 15 miles in snowshoes to reach the dome. Last on my list, but certainly not least, is LeConte Lodge. On top of Mount LeConte is the LeConte Lodge, the only lodge in the entire park. Did you know that a cruise spends the entire winter at LeConte Lodge? Normally, the cruise spends March through November on the mountain, taking care of guests and making sure supplies get where they are needed. See, LeConte Lodge is inaccessible for anyone except for alpacas and helicopters and through hiking trails. The lodge uses groups of alpacas to bring supplies up to the lodge. In the off-season, the winter, some of the crew members actually stay at LeConte Lodge to protect the fort, so to say. Those crew members are stuck there for the season, and they write a daily blog. And at over 6,500 feet of elevation, the winter weather can get dicey. Winter weather in the Smoky Mountains is, on average, when compared to other extreme environments, pretty tame. But every once in a while, A truly unique and devastating weather event occurs, and when it does, it usually leads to lost lives.